last name, right? I don't know you, never met you. I don't know you, never met you. Never met y'all before. I guarantee your last name is the last name that the white man has. I guarantee.
My last name is Taylor.
Taylor! I know a white man named Taylor.
Whose possessors slay them.
So whose possessors, remember I said you had a possession. You named your pet, right? Somebody named you. Whose possessors do what?
Slay them.
Do what to them?
Slay them.
What does to slay somebody mean? Yeah, whose possessors slay them. In these pictures right here, these guys are happily picking cotton, yeah? No, they're not happily picking cotton. They were forced to pick cotton. Right. They got beat.
It's getting cloudy when our chariots come, then we outie. If you bout it, white robes in the closet redeeming my body, that's already done. I shot like a star with my brothers, my God is the sun. I keep them calm. That was finished before the first minute when all this begun. The sky might fall.
I'm gonna show you how. Your last name, right? I don't know you, never met you. I don't know you, never met you, and never met y'all before. I guarantee your last name is the last name that some white man has. I guarantee.
My last name is Taylor.
Taylor! I know a white man named Taylor.
But my name is Shakai.
So it's Antoine.
I know a French man named Antoine. Right? He's white too. What's your last name?
Damn it.
Reyes. I know a Spanish man, Spaniard named Reyes.
Yeah.
He's a white man. Y'all are all captives in this land.
Right.
Call him Master Canon.
Well, I mean, your last name is, you weren't born with the last name Canon, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's your real name?
That's my blood.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Sounds like a stage name.
It sounds like a stage name, right?
Okay.
Like, and it's actually interesting. It's a slave name. When you think about the Canon textiles, when you like Canon towels, it's cotton mills in North Carolina. Master Canon was like, I come from a town called Canopolis where like everybody in the town's last name is Canon.
Yeah,
and that's because it was a textile business of cotton gins. And
I mean, Joey Badass had a song where he said we still have the last names of our slave masters, and it was like, ooh, I got to chill. When I heard that, I'm like, shit, I didn't really think about that, but that's.
And it's also interesting when you think about how many black people's last names are Johnson, Washington, Jefferson, but you don't really hear too many Lincolns. You know what I mean? And it shows you like who we took our slave masters' names, and the ones who were the most powerful had the most slaves.
Yeah. Right? Give me Isaiah 42:22 real quick.
Well, yeah, because like the French colonized the people.
That's right. But what color are all those people? They're the same color as this Christ they gave you, right? So why did they indoctrinate everybody with that color? It's called white supremacy.
That's right.
So y'all look at them as, okay, they're the saviors. How can they put you in shackles and save you at the same time?
Right.
That makes no sense. I got the key to lock it, and now I got the key to open. I'm not going to open it. Read this.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
What people we talking about? The people on this sign. This are people robbed and spoiled. How are they robbed? Robbed of their heritage, robbed of the truth, robbed of their nationality, robbed of who they are, robbed of their purpose, right? These people on this sign, they all suffer oppression. Read.
They are all of them snared in holes.
They snared in holes. What's a snare? What's a snare, brothers? What's a snare? A trap. We all trap. You know how we trap right now? In our minds. Our minds are trapped, but we believe things that's not true. We believe things that we never read before. We just been told. Read on.
And they are hid.
And they are hid?
In prison houses.
In prison houses. Believe it or not, America is a prison house.
Right.
Right? It sounds crazy, right? And it's not just Rikers Island. America is a prison house. How did we come here? How did we come here? On ships. Do you see pictures of slaves? What do they have on their feet? Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. What else they have? Chains. Do prisoners in jails have shackles and chains? Read that again. I'm saying, you seen the chain gang? They got shackles and chains. Do they handcuff them?
Okay, yeah.
Do they put shackles on their feet? Yeah, that's how we came here, as prisoners. We're in the land of our captivity. You were given your last name by your slave master. Read. Read that again.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes.
Snared in traps. Read on.
And they are hid in prison houses.
This is a prison house. That's why you got the last name you have, the last name you have, the last name you have, because you are property here.
Right.
But if you had a dog, right, a pet, would you give him what you give him? What else you give them? And a name.
Yeah.
Oh, that means you have ownership over that thing, right? You got ownership over that thing. Same thing, you give them a name, right? That's why your oppressors named you. They renamed you, right? Where you from? What tribe you from?
I'm from the Levi.
You're from the tribe of Levi. Yes, you did say that. You guys are from where? Simeon, huh? Simeon. You guys are from the Dominican Republic, right? So-called Dominican Republic, right? Because that's the name they gave you. But they renamed you. You were really a Simeonite.
Right. Whose possessors slay them.
So whose possessors, remember I said you had a possession. You named your pet, right? Somebody named you. Whose possessors do what?
Slay them.
Do what to them?
Slay them.
What does to slay somebody mean? Yeah, whose possessors slay them. In these pictures right here, these guys are happily picking cotton, yeah? No, they're not happily picking cotton. They were forced to pick cotton.
Right.
They got beat. Right. They got killed to pick cotton.
In history class, like in my college, we were shown like a old recording of like a former slave, and they were like happy to be enslaved and talking about like, oh, I'm happy the white man took us from the jungles of Africa or some shit.
Now let me ask you something. You think that video was not coerced?
Thank you.
That shit.
Thank you.
Do you think he did that on his own free will?
Thank you.
If he didn't say what he said, what do you think would have happened to him?
Right. Bring it out.
Right, 10 feet under.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Put laid up, chained up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whip his back, whip like this brother right here, all them stripes on his back. Right. That's what would have happened. That's coerced. Don't believe that. What person would you know would be happy to do that? I've seen cotton fields, right?
Yeah.
The cotton, they don't come past here. Right? You know how hard it is to bend down and pick up cotton all day long, out from sunup to sundown? You know how hard that is? It might not weigh anything, but you got to bend down to your ankles all day long to pick up cotton. Think about that. All day, every day.
I work hard. He work hard.
I worked hard. I'd get up at 4 o'clock and get my breakfast done. Just at dawn of day, I go to the field and we pick cotton.
Mr. and Mrs. Haywood Jenkins of Sharkey County, Mississippi have, between them, picked cotton for over a century.
My boss man came along. He says, Mary Jane? I said, sir. Says, I say, when you wash? I said, I washed last night. He said, I don't want you to do that no more. That's my agent, you know. He says, every Friday morning or Friday evening, you wash. And let all the children stay there with you until you get through. When you get through, then y'all can go back to the field and wait. Now, the agents was mean, some of them. Some of them was mean. They wanted to whoop the colored people. And that time, the white man come along. He says, hey, but you ain't in the field yet? He just had started applying. He said, yeah.
You think he's happy to do that? Read that.
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.